You know, sports agency reminds me of sales guys from the early 2000s, like car salespeople. You're talking to the guy, he's showing you the cars, probably showing you a Honda or something like that. And then you decide to go in and call your mom, call your dad to ask them some questions about the car. And by the time you come out, you see another person looking at the car, and the sales guy is like, hey, oh yeah, they're about to sign the deal right now. But if you put that down payment down right now, we can walk out with the car right now. That's what this whole thing reminds me of. But before we get into it, you know what I like? I want subs, hypes, and likes. All right, let's go. Sports agent business is funny. I'm hearing on the news right now that Arsenal's trying to get Vinny to come over there. Now, on paper, that looks real good. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure there's any team right now under the sun that don't want Vinicius Júnior on their team. Nobody is going to turn him down. Right now, in the form that he's in over the last few years. It makes sense. It makes total sense. And I'm not sure there's one Arsenal fan, one Gunners fan that's saying no to this deal. If it goes through. Keyword, if it goes through. Nobody's turning this down. But to really make sense of all of this, I think we first need to talk about who Vinny's going to bench on that team. Let's talk about that first off. Who's Vinny going to bench on the Arsenal team? Automatically, you're thinking Martinelli's going to the bench. You're thinking players like Trossard might not get enough playing time depending on what happens, how the rotation fits. Yeah, Vinny's going to disrupt a lot of things. He might make some players unhappy on that squad. Just hearing his name in the rumors, probably making some players unhappy right now as we speak on that Arsenal squad. Even my old star boy, Bukayo Saka, might even be unhappy because there's about to be a new star boy in London if this goes through. And that's Vinny. So I'm not saying this deal don't make sense. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying you should pick him up. Go get that guy if he's willing to come to London to come play with you guys over there. I even think Bukayo Saka might even be as unhappy as he might be in the beginning to have a player like Vinny coming in and being the new star boy. I think he might even be happy in the same token because if you think about it, if Vinny comes to Arsenal, all the double team that used to go to Bukayo Saka now goes to Vinny automatically. That's now the new star. That's now the new pressure. Automatically. He's going to command so many players on him that Bukayo might be over there by himself hanging out. That's how free he's about to be if this deal goes through. And whoever the striker is going to have a field day. Because all that pressure shifts from the right side all the way to the left side to Vinny's side. And when we say he might replace Martinelli, it's not like Martinelli is the bad player. Let's be honest. Martinelli is not a bad player. Martinelli is actually a pretty good player. But the only issue he's got, it doesn't finish all the time. His finishing is absolutely terrible at times. But he's got pace. He's got the speed, the agility. He's got it. He can dribble. He's got it. He just doesn't finish well. That's the problem with him. But Vinny coming in is elite. If you don't believe me, I mean, take a look at this.
Finalmente cambia orientación, no va a llegar Ocampos, Vinicius baja el balón con el pecho, ahí acelera, qué bien Vinicius, sigue Vinicius, golpea Vinicius, ¡golazo! ¡Oh! ¡Vini! ¡Qué gol de Vinicius! ¡Gol de crack para lanzar, para celebrar!
Look at that. That's class. When he's on, he's on. Now, before all of you Arsenal, you Gunners fans, start getting on my neck, because I know all of you. By the way, aren't Arsenal fans like the most obnoxious fans? The moment they win, they start calling everybody they know. The moment they win, they start texting. They start calling. Why do they do that? Anyway, I digress. The point I'm trying to make right here, right now, is that Vinny on that squad, yes, absolute nightmare for defenders. But let me give you guys a different angle to this. And that's where I think the problem is going to start from. I think the problem is going to start with this guy. See, Mikel plays a certain style of football. He's a Pep prodigy. He's a product of Pep Guardiola. The possession game. He believes, lives and die by the possession game until he changes the formation. See, when Arsenal is with the ball, they play, I want to say 3-2-5, something in that space right there. That extra defender drops in the middle when they have the ball to give that extra man. There's a term for it. There's a term for it. That extra advantage, there's a name for that. But Mikel, that's what he plays. He likes to get that extra guy in the middle to give that advantage. And when they have the ball, all of them are running up. You can see the pressure come. I mean, check this out.
Their home form has been underwhelming this season. They're getting pressed high here. Zubimendi has won it back. Rice slots it through.
That pressure they just put on Chelsea, a lot of teams will suffer that same fate all season. This is Mikel's philosophy. Now, all of that is all well and good. Possession is good. The moment the opponent loses the ball, you need to pounce on it. That's good. The extra defender in the back, dropping in the middle, so there's 3 in the back to give that extra. All of that is good. That's good. But Mikel also does one thing. He changes formation on the fly. If you don't believe me, go watch the PSG Arsenal Champions League finals last year. Go watch that. I mean, I thought Saka was like the reincarnation of Taribo West. He was over there slipping and sliding. He was so good on defense, we don't even know he's a striker. Oh, I'm sorry, he's an attacking player. You see what I'm saying? Mikel has drilled everybody on the team to play a certain style of football. And he's going to get them to play that style of football no matter what. My way or the highway. My question then is this. Is Vinny willing to do that? That's the question. Is Vinny going to say, Mikel, yes, I'm going to be the new Marcelo in left back, if you need me to be. That's one issue. The other issue is this.
We were horrible with the football. We had no organization. We have nothing, guys. Nothing. So now...
Yeah, that's the coach in the locker room. See, Mikel and Vini are the same kind of people. When things don't go well, they don't go. He's over there bickering. Vini's over there arguing with fans. Arteta is over there arguing with ref. Vini's over there arguing with the other players. They are the same kind of people. And one thing I know is this. The last coach that had an issue like that with Vini, he's not here to tell the story, at least not at Madrid. Ask Xabi Alonso. That's what I'm saying. That's the problem. So you Arsenal fans, as you think about Vini this, Vini that, think about the moment Vini gets in that locker room. You see what I'm saying? Think about when Vini gets in that locker room. Is he going to be able to cope with Mikel's tactics? Is he going to be able to cope with Mikel expecting him to drop back on D? Is Vini going to really D up? Are you sure about that? I'm not so sure about that. You see what I'm saying? So again, I'm not saying Vini is not going to be a good fit at Arsenal. I think he's going to be a great fit. And he's going to sell a ton of jerseys for you. He's going to ball out. No doubt about it. But when things don't go well, Vini's one of the most difficult players to deal with. But he's just a kid. So I get it. I get it. Put all that to the side, though. I think that's the easy part. Let's talk about a different angle. I mean, you got to be wondering, who's the person behind all of this? Remember when I told you earlier about the car sales thing? Yeah, the car salesperson in this mix is this guy. And this guy is Vini's agent. This guy is Federico Peña. See, Federico Peña is doing his job for his client, Vini. Okay? Making sure that Vini gets taken care of. I'm sure in the process, making sure that Peña gets taken care of. You see what I'm saying? So all of that is good. We get it. But have you ever asked yourself, what is Martinelli's agent doing in this whole thing? What is his agent doing? We get it. He's going to make sure his own guy gets lined up and his own pocket gets lined up. But what's Gabriel's agent doing? Martinelli, what's his agent doing? And who's his agent? Guys, sorry. It's also Peña. Peña is also Martinelli's agent. What that tells me reminds me of that story of that sales guy. Vini is the customer looking at that shiny new car. He wants to ride that shiny new car. And the sales guy is going to use any opportunity he gets to get Vini to get that car. If that means Vini pays the price, a really high price, that's how sports agent business works. And if this same guy, Peña, is willing to work for Vini and work against Gabriel Martinelli and still get paid by both of them, then that tells me there's something shady about this whole thing. So then that led me to ask the question, is this whole thing even real? Is Peña behind the leak? See, Peña is the CEO of Rock Nation Sports. Yeah, the same Rock Nation, Jay-Z Rock Nation. Peña works for Jay-Z. During the World Cup, all World Cup long, where there was Vinny, there was Jay-Z watching the game, cheering him on. So this tells me there's a machine behind him, making sure he's out, making sure he gets paid no matter what, by Madrid or by Arsenal. One of them is paying, or anyone for that matter. So I'm just saying, I'm not even sure this whole thing is a real thing, because I'm thinking about Arteta's tactics we just talked about. Is he going to be able to deal with that? That might be a headache for him. If a player's not dropping back on D, not doing his job. Scoring is great, but the moment Vini stops scoring, is Mikel still going to like him? When he's no longer defending and scoring? That's just the angle I want you to think about. So I'm not saying to you Arsenal fans that Vinny's not a good pickup. It's a great pickup. He's going to ball out for you. Remember, grass is never greener on the other side. Never greener on the other side. And this sport is like Janet Jackson.
What have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately? Now, let me leave you with this. The owners of Arsenal, the Kroenkes, they also own a bunch of other franchises. They own the LA Rams, American football team, serial winners. They won the Super Bowl not too long ago. They own the professional basketball team, the Denver Nuggets. They just won the NBA championship not too long ago. They own the NHL team, Colorado Avalanche. They're serial winners. They just won the NHL not too long ago. They even have an arena football league. I think they might have won too. I mean, these guys are cleaning up the house. They've won so many trophies, we don't know what to do. And yes, I forgot, Arsenal also won last year. The same Arsenal we're talking about. They also won last year. Okay? They won last year. And because they won last year, tells me that this ownership group mean business. They like to win. You know what other thing they don't like? They don't like disruption in the locker room. Ask Mike Malone, the Denver Nuggets coach. See, Mike Malone was the coach of the year a few years ago, the year after he won the NBA championship. 2 years later, he was without a job because of disruptions in the locker room. I hope Mikel and Mike Malone are friends, because I'm sure Mike can tell Mikel what not to do. He might not be able to tell him what to do, but certainly what not to do. That's my piece. We'll catch you next time. Subs, hype, and like.